In the age of shadows, when the land of Japan was ruled by sword and honor, there were tales whispered in the dim light of paper lanterns. Some spoke of Oni that stalked the forests, others of demons that came from the stars. Among these stories lies one seldom told, yet never forgotten, the tale of a lone samurai who faced not man, not beast, but something far beyond this earth. It began with signs in the heavens. Villagers spoke of fire streaking across the sky, a star that fell but did not burn out. In the mountains, hunters found deer torn apart, their hides stripped clean and hung like grotesque offerings. At night, shadows passed above the trees, though no bird made such sound, and strange clicking noises echoed through the valleys. Fear spread quickly. Peasants muttered about curses, while priests burned incense to ward off spirits. But one man, a samurai sworn to his lord and to the code of Bushido, did not flee. He believed that if the heavens sent such a foe, it was his duty to face it. The samurai prepared, as he always did. He tended to his blade, sharpening it with patience until its edge could split a falling leaf. He tied his armor with calm hands, every knot tight, every plate polished. He prayed, not for victory, but for clarity. The way of the warrior demanded composure, even when death was certain. As he stepped into the forest, torchlight flickered behind him, villagers watching silently, knowing they would never see him again. Unseen among the trees, the hunter was waiting. The Yorcha had traveled far, across the void of stars, searching for prey worthy of its skill. It had watched from the treetops, cloaked in bending light, studying the weak who scurried and hid. None were worthy. But then it saw him, a figure who walked without fear, whose movements carried discipline sharper than his own weapons. To the predator, this was not mere prey. This was a rival. The samurai felt eyes on him long before he heard anything. The bamboo groves were too still, the air too heavy. His hand rested on his sword's hilt, his breath slow and steady. A shimmer flickered in the corner of his eye, a ripple in the air where no wind blew. His blade left its sheath with the whisper of steel, and in that instant the duel began. The first strike was unseen. A flash of burning plasma seared through the earth where the samurai had stood only moments before. He moved with instinct, his body rolling into the dirt, katana cutting against empty space. Sparks flew as steel met the faint outline of something unnatural. The cloaking device faltered, and for the first time, the hunter revealed itself. To any mortal, it would have seemed like a demon, towering, armored in strange metal, with mandibles clicking like the grinding of bone. Its eyes glowed faintly in the dark, locking upon the warrior before it. Yet the samurai did not waver. He bowed, as one does before an opponent, even if that opponent was born beneath alien stars. The predator tilted its head, intrigued, recognizing in this act a kindred spirit of honor. That extended with lightning speed, a net that could slice flesh like wire, a cannon mounted on its shoulder that hummed with deadly energy. Each time the samurai adapted. He cut through the net, deflected the spear, moved just as the cannon fired, leaving only smoke in his place. The forest bore the scars of their clash. Trees split in half, earth burned black, air filled with the smell of blood and smoke. The predator roared, both in frustration and admiration. Few had lasted this long. Few had drawn its blood. For across its chest now ran a deep cut, left by the sharp edge of the katana. Alien blood hissed as it touched the ground, glowing faintly in the moonlight. The samurai, too, bore wounds, shallow cuts across his armor, bruises from the force of blows that could crush stone. Yet neither yielded, for both understood that honor demanded the duel continue until its rightful end. In those final moments, silence returned. The two circled each other in the clearing, moonlight spilling upon them like the gaze of the gods themselves. The samurai's breath was steady despite exhaustion. The predator's mandibles clicked softly, its stance shifting, searching for the strike that would end it. Time seemed to stop. And then, like lightning, they moved. The predator lunged, wrist blades flashing. The samurai stepped forward instead of back, closing the distance in a heartbeat, his katana striking in a single perfect arc. When the movement ended, both warriors stood still. The hunter's blades hovered inches from the samurai's neck, while the katana's point rested just beneath the predator's throat. Neither had missed, neither had yielded. Both had proven themselves. What happened then depends on who tells the tale. Some say the predator withdrew, deactivating its weapons and vanishing back into the shadows, sparing the warrior out of respect. Others claim the samurai bowed once more, accepting death, and the hunter left him alive, knowing honor had been satisfied. Still others whisper that the two fell together, locked in eternal combat beneath the rising sun. What is certain is that the hunter never returned to those mountains. The villagers spoke of peace that lasted for generations, though the story of what happened in the bamboo grove was passed down as legend. They said the warrior who faced the demon from the stars did not win, nor did he lose. Instead, he earned respect from a being that respected nothing. And so the question remains, echoing through the centuries. Could a samurai truly defeat a predator? Perhaps victory lies not in who survives, but in the clash itself, in the meeting of two codes of honor, one born of the earth, the other born of the stars. In that single night, beneath the watch of the moon, they were equals.